Alright guys, this is gonna be a very short video. So I have this explosion here that creates this shockwave on the ground plane, and the question was how to actually remove this static part of the smoke here, or that box with the dirt and soil below it, and just leave the actual shockwave in the preview so that it could be captured in tyPreview later. So the answer to this is right here from the Inferno display. There is the show intersection option. And when I enable it, I can create a new helper that looks like this. And it's a tie icon, and it's gonna show only the part of the shaded preview that is inside it. So it can also be used for example, for debugging. So I can make it thinner, or even thinner like this. And this way you would be able to just see a slice with whatever is on the inside of the simulation and inspect it if you want to check something out. So for example, like here in the very beginning, we can see like those shock waves of the fireball hitting the ground and bouncing off onto itself, and these interesting parts right here to the side. But for our purposes now, I'm just gonna make it cubic like this. That's too big. Let me make it smaller. All right, so this is actually the size of the ground plane, and now I can start just moving it up or down, and it's just gonna slice off different parts of the simulation. So it's just about, let me just move a little. Let's use frame 3. I'm just gotta just adjust it vertically so that yeah, the ground gets clipped off and just the shockwave remains. Now this ground plane is way too narrow, so it takes just 3 frames for the shockwave to hit it, so it has to be made wider. But that's the entire concept. And also this can be you can also do this in rendering. For example, in the very volume grid, there is the volume cutter option, which would also just render a part of the volume that is inside of some geometry. And also this option here, show intersection, it's also available for the velocity streamlines. So if I enable them, by the way, in order to have the velocity streamlines appear on the timeline when you scroll the RAM cache, you gotta enable velocity in the Inferno recall. Otherwise, you would see the velocity streamlines only on the last simulated frame, and you won't be able to go back and see what happens in their history. So here, show velocity streamlines, if I enable show intersection, I can actually reuse the existing tie icon, or I can create a new one in order to intersect it in a different way. And here is how it looks. So yeah, you can see that the adaptive grid is quite tight around the simulation, and also right here at the bottom there are the streamline options. So the spacing can be reduced or increased so that you can get more details, and the length multiplier can also be changed, and this would also change the color. So if you have too little contrast in what you're seeing, like if everything is just red or everything is just blue, you can use this to bring out the important data. And that's it. Thanks guys for watching, and see you in the next episode.